I've been threatening to get a pocket watch.
Mm-hmm.
Are we live? We're live. Hey, we're live. Hey, how about this? We got Mountain Man back with us this morning. And a good Mountain Monday morning to you. We're just so glad to, good to have you back in here.
Thank you, Brother Robert.
Missed you.
Thank you,
my
brother.
wife Candy, she filled in for you.
She done
She
a
is
good
prettier
job.
than you, though.
Oh yeah.
She's prettier than you. I'll have to say.
She's
that,
gonna have to work on that.
She's gonna have to work on that. But anyway, now here's what we want you all to do. Right now, we want you to text, tweet, get on the phone, yell, get someone's attention. Whoever's closest to you, punch them, not too hard. But get their attention. Say, hey, Mountain Monday morning is on, and what a better way to start your week than there's just no better way to do it than
No,
I don't believe. I mean, it's just so much fun. We have fun. We hope you all have as much fun as we do. But anyway, we're going to get right into this live Mountain Monday morning, and we're going to be right back with you in just a few seconds. Welcome to Mountain Monday morning, and I'm telling you, it is a fine Mountain Monday morning here. It's not too cold. I didn't see any frost this morning, did you?
Beautiful out.
By the way, I'm your host, Robert Albee, along with Mountain Man Wayne McCarter, and we're going to be here just for a few minutes, just having a little good old mountain fun with you. And we hope that you got your texting and tweeting and calling and all that done. And sound the alarm. Let everybody know that Mountain Monday morning is on. And we are on live going all the way around the world. And so we appreciate all of you who catch the program. And now be sure, this is going to be on YouTube, Facebook, and all the media, Mountain Fun Life, Creative Christian Network. Anywhere that there is a mobile device, you can find us. So just find us. And that's what you do. It's just like going on a hunting trip. Find Mountain Monday morning. Mountain Fun Life channel.
MountainFunLife.com.
www.mountainfunlife.com. And that's going to put Mountain Man right in your hip pocket or your carrying case or whatever. You can carry him around. I don't know if you. Okay, just go ahead. Yeah, do that. Do that. Yeah.
Mountain Man's a little round around the middle.
That would be the easiest way to carry him. That would probably be the only way you could carry him. And by the way, you're trying to look important on me here this morning. You need a pen to go with that.
I'm moving up in the world. No, I won't take your pen.
No, don't worry. I'm not scripting him.
I'll see what Brother Josh got into with that pen.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we still. My wife felt sorry for him though, because we've been ribbing him so much. She says that she's going to get him a really nice pen as a personal gift. That's just really nice of her. She did. She felt sorry for him. I didn't.
Santa Claus is
I didn't
coming.
I didn't feel sorry for him, but she did. She felt sorry for him. But anyway, she says, "Yeah, the way you all treating him, I'm going to get him a really, really nice pen. So when we get that pen for him, we'll just do an official Mountain Fun Life presentation of that
What are
pen
friends
to him."
for, though, without little ribbon? That's their job. That's their job.
Exactly. And he's a good sport. He can take it. But yeah, you got.
I'm
We do.
moving right on up.
We
Got stuff
move.
road on it there.
Yeah.
Just don't ask
But
me
now,
to read
Bob
nothing
Denny
all of
warned
it,
me,
okay?
though.
Mhm.
He warned me not to try to script you. Now, I know better than that. I just wrote some lines down there so you could kind of look like that you were doing something really important
Them
this
numbers
morning.
kind of confused me when
Yeah,
you put them
well,
on there.
Now, we did have our movie premiere here in Sevier County, down in Sevierville at the Civic Center yesterday evening, Silver Dollar Fish. So we had a really good time, and it's the second time that I have actually personally seen the movie. And man, it was just it was awesome. And Bob Denny, our own Bob Denny here, helped produce. He was the producer, executive producer on that, and he did such a fantastic job. And I found out something last night. He's holding out on us. It's something he's not been telling us or letting people know about. I guess it's because he's kind of an humble. It's the humility in him, you know. But he is actually listed as one of the top, 100, Bob? He's listed as one of the top 100 Christian movie producers in the nation.
That's good.
Now,
That's
he's been
good.
holding out on us, folks. I'm sorry I'm having to be the one break it to you, but
He ain't going to toot his own horn, so we're going to have to toot
we're
a
going
little
to,
for him.
and he deserves it too.
Let's
But the
brag on him
movie,
a little bit.
the movie,
Brother Bob loves the Lord.
and the movie's got such a, it's funny at times. Other times it's heartbreaking, and other times you get a little, wow, you want to tear someone apart. But it brings out a wide range of emotion, and the actors were superb. They did a great job, all of them. And I got to meet Mr.
Touch a
Carey.
little bit on the way life really is. doesn't it?
Yes, I got to meet the we call him the mean man. I told him last night, I don't know whether I want to shake your hand or not. We know it's all acting, Mr. Carey. We know it's acting. You did such a great job. You play that part so well, and he does some of our stingers on radio too. He got a good voice for that. He does a great job at it. And by the way, speaking of the radio, it's people are liking it. It's doing good. We've got some featured groups on there that are just absolutely on fire. They are great. And if you have not tuned in and listened to Mountain Fun Life Radio, www.mountainfunlife.com. Go on there, and where it says enter, you click on that, or listen. You can click on that and go on there and listen to the programming. And it's not really a program. It's just we got a lot of good stuff going on there. And just like Mountain Fun Life TV channel, we got a lot of good stuff going on, and still some stuff that's going to be going on that we ain't going to tell you about yet. You're just going to have to wait. Just be patient. Be patient. And get excited, though. We need you to get excited because we got some great, great stuff that's going to be coming on. So just continue to follow us. And want to tell you also now, next Sunday morning, 10 a.m., Gary Christian is going to be speaking out That's the gentleman who was so bitter, and he's going to be. I can speak about it because he's now speaking out himself and going around to different groups, churches, auditoriums, I suppose, also, and speaking out about the tragedy that happened in his life. And I'm not going to go into detail because he's going to be doing that when he comes to Abundant Life Worship Center. That's down at the Civic Center. That will be next Sunday morning at the Civic Center down in Sevierville, Tennessee. You want to come and hear this man speak. I'm sure that he's going to be a blessing to you. And maybe you have gone through a tragedy in your life that you need to work through and have help as someone who's been through it to kind of lead the way for you. And man, has this gentleman has been through it. He's been through some rough times, and he'll be speaking personally about that. Civic Center, Abundant Life Worship Center, next Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Now we've been talking about our fall colors. We've got, now last Monday morning we didn't have hardly any color. It may have been on up in the Smokies, in the cooler, where the temperature gets cooler in the higher elevations, but around our home, around the foothills here, we didn't have that much color.
Turned, yeah.
It just now turned, and I told everybody, now you wait.
And it's a late peak.
Yeah, the first week to the second week of November will be your peak in the colors here. I've lived here long enough. We can kind of figure that out, can't we? When we kind of watch.
Come quick.
They're falling.
Yeah.
They're going to be on the ground, and so if you don't get here quick, then you'll wind up having to just pile them up and roll around in them and play in them. And but that's a lot of fun too. The children like doing that, and so. But the colors are peaking right now. They're really, really looking good. So you want to get yourself on up here to the Great Smoky Mountains area and get in on all of the wonderful color that we have here, because it is just beautiful.
It is great to live here, and each year you see them turn, and then every spring you see them turn again.
Yeah.
They turn back, and I mean, when you look at it, at the Lord's beautiful landscaping, then there's nothing I can do in that yard, Brother Robert. He's already done it. I mean, with the flowers, and the green grass and the leaves coming back in. Man, it is pretty up there.
New life. It kind of reminds you of the new life that we get when we put our trust and faith and hope where it ought to be, and you get that, oh man, that's just wonderful to get that new life. It is wonderful. And that's what our programming is about here. And
it's about our mountains.
And that's what makes it so much fun. And speaking of the mountains, the mountains here, all the color and everything that we've got going on, some people may wonder, well, you're always talking about the mountains. We like our prairies, and I'm sure they do. And but don't take offense. We understand. We like. You can brag on your prairies, on your shores at the ocean, and all of that, and whatever the cactus plants out in the desert, if you want to. That's fine.
That's pretty cool, though. I've seen those too.
Yes. That is something else. The prairie land. Now I've been out.
Nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there.
Well, when I would be out on the road traveling, or whatever, when I'd be away from home for whatever reason, I always looked forward to getting back to where I could see those mountain ranges, bluish gray in the distance, towering.
Once you've been here, you don't leave them. You do, but you're going to come back.
You won't leave them.
You're going to come back because they're always on your mind.
You won't leave them from your heart because they're going to always be there.
You're absolutely correct.
Oh, I also want to thank everybody who sent birthday wishes. I did have a birthday,
I wasn't going to say nothing, though.
I may have led some people a little bit astray on that. I posted on my Facebook page that noticed that my birthday had been temporarily suspended, or because of technical difficulties, that when the issue was resolved, it would be resumed. Well, it came anyway. I mean, that's just the way it is. You can't stop it.
I really don't believe you're older than dirt.
No, I'm made from it, but I'm not older than it.
There you go.
Made from it. You see, it's
very
old.
close.
Well, now watch out. I've already got some stuff I've got to get into here about Tim Parton.
I want to take this second and say thanks, Brother Tim, for covering us.
Oh, yeah.
That was very gracious of you. We love you for it. We love him for it.
And
my
wife
done a wonderful job.
He did a great job. My wife and I, Gail kept him straight. My wife and I had to be, and my daughter Anita, we had to be out next to Nashville, Tennessee, for a grandson's wedding. And man alive, it was some kind of wedding. It was a lot of fun, but I did hate missing. But I didn't want to miss that either. But the Mountain Music Hour has become, that's part of us. That's part of Mountain Fun Life now.
Picking with Brother Tim.
It's and it's a kind of picking, that you expect around the mountains here, which is nothing fancy. We just do our picking and singing and enjoy it.
Exactly.
And that's what it's all about. But Tim got to tell him some stories on me though, and my daughter and Anita. Now I wasn't here to defend myself. And he told a lot of stories. I mean, he practically told my life story here, and I couldn't. I was, I was out there listening to them. Whoa, what? I've forgotten all about that. I forgot that happened, and he was going through and telling all that, But we'll have to get something on him that we can tell on him. And but anyway, there's so much going on. We got a lot of stuff going on in the world. Bob, was I supposed to come back out to you on that? Okay, let's go back out to Bob and let him
play some clips.
Play some clips of that.
The first time they were showing me a picture earlier, and it looked like a time that we were up in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we were on a wagon stage there. And we had sung that night. Mosquitoes about ate us up. Well, the next morning at the church we were singing in, Robert went around and he was introducing all the group. Now, this is my first time out of town with them. So he comes around to me and he tells the people. He said, now, this is Tim Parton. Said he's from Sevierville, Tennessee, where we're at back there. And said, now, Tim was real excited. This is the first time that he's got to come with us on a trip. And especially out of state like this, and said he was the first one on the bus. He said, but when we told him that he had to put his shoes on, we like to never kept him on the bus. And I promise you, that whole church raised up in their pews and looked at my feet to see if I was wearing shoes. Now that was my first time out with them too, so they broke me in good.
Well, that sounds like him. I can remember growing up, I thought he was so amazing, and he was my favorite person in the world. And I can remember I had to get braces, and you know what he called me? Railroad tracks. He would call me. He always liked to play tricks, and my memories of him are always of fun. And he would climb the trees and swing through the branches like a monkey. I mean, I'm serious. I just thought he was bigger than life, and I still do. But Anita was telling us a story earlier, and one of my Uncle Robert's favorite things was boots. He loved boots. You want to tell that story?
This will be the last time he turns us loose with microphones.
Cowboy boots. Now, I was just a little girl, probably around, 6 or 7 years old. And the group was singing in Louisiana. And I remember, because everybody knew Daddy liked to wear his cowboy boots.
And his belt buckles.
And his belt buckles. So the church decided to get him a present. And they told him after he got done preaching and singing, they said, Preacher Oinby, here's you a nice gift. We just wanted to give you to show our appreciation for you all coming. And it was a box, and I guess he was thinking it was some nice alligator skin cowboy boots. But then he ended up opening the box, and it was actual alligator feet. So he got the alligator boots, but he actually got the alligator feet. Well, needless to say, we never turned those into boots. They stayed in our freezer for a long time until they decided to throw them out. But
I can only imagine.
I'll tell you another good one on him. We had been long weekend trip, and your brother Bobby and I had went to sleep in the back of the bus, and Robert was driving. A while later, Bobby and I both wake up about the same time, and we look out the window. And then we look at each other. We realize we're going the wrong way.
Wow.
Robert, you drove 100 miles out of the way.
the wrong way.
The wrong way.
And we won't tell any more stories for a while. But how about that old song that everybody loves, Where the Roses Never Fade? That's just a beautiful, beautiful song.
I am going to a city.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. You can't do anything with that Tim Parton. And I know because Gail told me that she couldn't. So, and my daughter Anita, she was telling some stories on me there, telling about those alligators. We used to tour with our singing group, you know, and we'd go all over. I mean, all over eastern United States. And we went down into Louisiana and Cajun country, you know, down there with the alligators in the swamp. And the pastor of this storefront church one time said they had a shoebox there, as Anita was describing, and I never did, had real alligator feet in it. Those shoes didn't, needless to say, they didn't fit me. And they told me I had to try them on right there in front of the whole congregation, but I didn't try them on. When I saw those, I thought, that's not my size, that's not going to fit. You know, there's a lot of political stuff going on. There's a rumor going around that beginning tomorrow, a huge crime wave is going to hit the United States, state to state. No, wait a minute. That's not a crime wave. That's a midterm election.
Exactly.
It's a midterm elections. Sorry.
Right. You had it right the first time.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, a lot of politicking going on. And I'm not picking sides, don't worry, I'm not picking sides. We're just going to have a little fun here. President Trump, he's been out on the stump. Trump on the stump.
Trump on the stump.
He's Trump on the stump. President Trump's been out on the stump, going to a lot of different states, you know, and talking politics and building up the politicians that are running for the midterms on his side of the fence, you know.
Getting people to vote.
But he's still getting the job done of what he's supposed to do, evidently, you know. He's got some people around the world that he's been dealing with, especially China, on the tariffs. Now, he's been hitting them hard on those tariffs. And, you know, the president of China, she called our President Trump, and he did not like those tariffs at all.
He didn't or she didn't?
She.
Okay.
She's president of China.
Okay.
And he didn't like those tariffs. And so...
Wait a minute. She is he.
No. She is a he. He is she. You got it?
No. A little bit over my head there, but
okay.
It'll sink in.
Anyway, she called President Trump. You got it now?
Mm-hmm.
She, the president of China, called President Trump. she is he, and he is she. You got it now?
I think so.
So she called President Trump, and he was really upset about it.
Which he? The she or the he? You lost me here now.
She.
Okay.
She called
She
President.
called.
She called President Trump.
Okay.
She is president of China.
Now who was upset?
He was upset.
Okay.
He
Go ahead. You
is she.
Why
Okay,
would you call him a man she?
no,
she
no,
devil,
no, no,
or
no,
just she?
no. You're still not getting it. She is he.
Mm-hmm.
You got it now?
Mm-hmm.
She is president of China, and she is he.
Called
and when
our
she called
president.
our President Trump, he was very upset with our president.
With our president.
With our president.
Oh.
Yeah. So you see, she is he, and he is she.
Okay.
And she called,
Got it.
and he was upset.
Got it.
You got it. You got it now.
Trump's
Okay.
always upset.
Okay.
But
anyway,
that's
we got
what makes him
we
Trump.
got the midterm. We got the midterm elections coming up, and as I said, we're not going to get political. We're just going to have some fun here. But you know, it's interesting how that each politician, whether they're running for Congress, Senate, or whatever, state. Like state governor, we got a governor's race here that's heating up, man. But now here's the
They
interesting.
have names.
Oh man, we don't want to get into all
quit
that.
right there.
You better quit right there because it's interesting. All the commercials that have been running on both sides. Have you noticed how that each party, each candidate can cancel the other one out and prove the other one to be unfit and too corrupt to be in office, but one of them always gets in. But each one now, that's getting back to the she and he kind of thing. They run, and each one can prove the other one unfit and too corrupt to be in office, but yet one of them gets in. So anyway, and have you noticed Facebook? They always seem to get in, whether it's a presidential election. 2 years ago, when Trump was elected, 2 years before that, before he was elected, we had the campaign that lived about 2 years. Have you noticed, Facebook, they do the same thing. They pick sides, You get the candidates out there, and then for 2 years, the mainstream media, you hear nothing but the election. It's like a 24/7 election cycle anymore. You get 2 years of the primary, you get 2 years of the post-election, and then you got all these people on Facebook picking sides. And it's kind of like a ball game. You got one team on one side, and you got all of them screaming and yelling at each
I don't know about
other.
a lot of politics, but I do know that we got laws about things like that.
Yeah, we sure do.
But they on the wrong side, ain't they?
Yeah, but anyway, the Facebook people, they're back and forth. They all get involved. So you got 2 years primary, 2 years president. Now we got the midterms, and it's been about 2 years coming up to the midterms. Now after the midterms, what do you suppose will happen? 2020 presidential race is going to start day after tomorrow. I guarantee
the thing
it.
is this: get out there and vote.
Yeah, well, it's it's our privilege to do that anyway. If we don't,
Even if you have to do it any, many, miny, mo.
any, many, miny, mo, just go. But anyway,
That rhymed. That's pretty good.
yeah, your poet didn't know it, make it rhyme every time. But only in America can we have such a political atmosphere. Hey, listen, if you get agitated with all the back and forth going on, come on over to Mountain Fun Life channel. just come right on over. Well, tell
Just
about
don't
that.
ask Mountain Man.
Just don't ask Mountain Man. But you just come on over and join us. If it gets too hot for you on the other side and you get too agitated and irritated with all the political stuff, come on over and we're going to tell you about all that's going on here in the Smoky Mountains and the fun life that we have here in the Smokies. Well, looks to me like our time's done and gone, but it's been fun. Good to have you back.
That's
And
right.
so it's going to be good once again to say bye, Mountain Man.
Yep, bye, Mountain Man.
Bye, folks.